There's a lot of people on this planet that do a whole lot worse than me and don't feel an ounce of shame or guilt for it, so why should I? One of the things that I do is I set verbal traps for people to fall into, such as, especially men, but some women. I have said things like, your mother didn't teach you any sort of consideration, did she? And it's the men, mostly, that get all upset. How dare you talk about my mom that way? My response is, how dare you let your mom take the fall for your bullshit? Essentially, people are not taking a hard look in the mirror. I blame my mom for her bullshit, but I do not blame her for mine. We are all human, and if you refuse to accept your faults, then that says something about you, not me. People are often taken back by the things that I go ahead and admit to them. This would be one of those things. People trap themselves. We're trapped in a society that is considerate about everybody but the person they're with. Which shows in relationships, you have a husband or a wife that is showing more consideration to outsiders than they are their spouse or their mate, their mother or father of their children. And so, in order to prove a point to them, I like to say these things, because sometimes in saying these things, it gives them a tune-up. No, it's not my job, but if I don't do it, who else is going to? Bottom line. So, if you are complaining about your relationship, complaining about who you're with, complaining about your life, perhaps that's your parasites complaining, number one, but perhaps you haven't had a reason to feel fortunate. Imagine your life without them. Imagine your life without that. And so, in learning how to be grateful, you start treating people and beings and things in your surroundings with a different attitude. If that was gone, you wouldn't have anything left to be grateful for, would you? The very thing that you complain about is the very thing that you're probably supposed to be grateful for. I am grateful for my parents. I'm grateful that they were the parents that they were, because I like to fly solo, independent contractor. I don't like people telling me what to do or how to be. If someone needs that kind of a woman, then you want a woman who has no ambition, no wherewithal, and has been traumatized enough to put up with your crap. And I am absolutely not that woman. So consider how inconsiderate you are. All of humanity. I myself, actually, I'm kind of the opposite. I bought a house with bad credit. And for the longest time, like, I am, in my core, I'm grateful for it. But I'm not able to put these things into action because of different circumstances. And the circumstances was that I was being too considerate to other people that were not planning or trying to be considerate towards me, which trickled out on my house. And they became inconsiderate of my house, inconsiderate of my animals, inconsiderate of me and what's mine, period. And so it has been years of people coming into my space, being inconsiderate and disrespecting it. And so I was left with their toxicity, their toxic energy. And It made me a oozing wound, basically. So I say these things so that other people don't become that. I say these things so that if you have become that, you can get away from that. I'm actually grateful for my house. No, it's not what I would have wanted. There's things that I am unhappy about with it, but it's mine. It's paid for. I paid for it myself. And queen of my castle, king of my throne, king of my castle, and queen of my throne. I have 2 pots to piss in, and walls. I can take down whatever wall I want. It's my space to do with as I please. And in this, I am grateful for my space. And I would appreciate it if people would appreciate my space instead of being inconsiderate of my space, myself, my animals, essentially me. All that makes, like, all that is me. My surroundings are me. It's extensions of me, not objectified, but looked at with an objective perspective. I view my house as the mother that birthed me through this spiritual awakening process. And I felt bad for tearing up the womb space because I tore out walls. I had good intentions when I took things apart, but tolerating things that I should not have tolerated. And then I was treated like the bad guy when I spoke up. So be aware of this, other people. You will be considered the bad guy. Everybody's going to offer you pills and therapy because you spoke up. Don't take that shit. And definitely don't take it lying down, because the people that need the therapy, need the pills, are the ones offering it. Odds are they're on something anyways. But do not let other people come into your space and dictate what you should or should not be doing. Sometimes they'll do it without words. They'll do it with their actions. And when this happens, throw them out. Take away their privileges. Deny access. I have done that with a coldness, not because I wanted to, but because that's what needed to happen. If people are going to come into my space and treat it with such disrespect, then they do not belong in my presence. Disrespecting my house is disrespecting me. And that's how I would be in a relationship. Disrespecting my partner is disrespecting me. See your way out. And people are going to have a problem with that. Absolutely. What I also noticed is people will try to initiate a conversation and trick you into talking shit about that person. Like, these people love to gossip, and what they want is reasons to feel good about feeling terrible about that person. Reasons to feel good about hating them. Reasons to feel good about talking shit about them. Which is, in essence, black magic or dark energy. It's not magic. It's just dark energy being wielded. And so dark energy has been wielded all over the planet. Trickster style. And so this is where I don't feel bad about the things that I do, because it tricks people into showing their true colors. And if that's what I have to do, so be it. People should have known better. And especially, they should have known better than to try that with me. So I absolutely set traps for people to see what true colors they are hiding from me. Mostly not because I didn't see it, but because they don't see it about themselves. And it's time to pull the veils back instead of tolerating them. In a sense, I'm the Antichrist, because I'm not Jesus. I'm not here to tolerate your shit. I'm not here to die for that.